What's up, everybody? Van Clemons here. It is April 22nd, Friday, April 22nd, and it is actually, unbeknownst to most of us, Earth Day. I wanted to make a short, quick little video, and I wanted to talk about something that I thought that was actually relatively important, and something that we all should kind of be aware of. Not only is the Earth stupidly important to, I don't know, all existence, but there's something else as vital. And I think that it should be given the type of respect, honor, love, and loyalty that we all give to our troops that go overseas and they put their lives on the line for our freedoms. You know, in the news lately, there's a movie coming out called Vaxxed. And it was just supposed to be something that was at some, I don't know, some film festival. I don't know what connection Robert De Niro had to it. I don't know if he helped make it or whatever, but I do know Robert De Niro has a son that has autism. The movie Vaxxed is about the correlation between the vaccines and autism, and it was supposed to be at some type of film festival. It got pulled. I don't know. I guess there was some drama going on. Somebody must have got their panties in a bunch up at the in the pharmaceutical industry. Surprise, because God forbid the truth comes out about any fucking thing, but. And even Jim Carrey was speaking out against the pharmaceuticals industry and the vaccines. And you know what? Keep in mind these crazy uber, I never use that word, but uber famous people. I mean, Jim fucking Carrey, Robert De Niro. You know, they're speaking out. And again, they're not against vaccines themselves, but certain vaccines that, you know, more study is needed. That movie Vaxxed is actually, I guess, about there was a cover-up. They were trying to cover up the certain vaccines. It's probably the MMR or whatever, measles, mumps, and rubella, or whatever it's called. But, you know, Robert De Niro thinks there's something more here, and there's nothing wrong. The American way is to always ask questions. You know, one of the presidents said, you know, always question everything. I forget the exact president. Social studies was never my strong subject in school. I hated school. But, and I personally believe that some of the stuff, again, not all of it, taught in our schools is a lot of bullshit. I mean, growing up, Pluto was a planet. Christopher Columbus discovered America. Again, we all know that's bullshit. But, and then the movie I just recently made the video about yesterday, about the Cowspiracy movie, which, if you haven't already gone, if you don't have Netflix, buy the damn thing. It's a great movie. Leonardo DiCaprio actually he was one of the co-executive producers of that movie. I mean, these people, and I guess even when Leo won his award, when he finally won that award, what was it? Not the Grammys. Grammys is music. Christ, it's early yet. My sleep schedule's so fucked. But Emmys. I think he won an Emmy. I think they finally let him win an Emmy. And, which, by the way, congrats on that. But when he went up there, I guess, I don't have cable, I didn't see it, but I guess when he went up there, he was talking about some serious shit. Like global warming and all this other stuff, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to have to YouTube and check it out. Because in my book, Leo is okay with me. Because that Cowspiracy movie really, you know, hits home with you. The Earth, it's your home. If you don't take care of it, everything ends. Everything. So it's very, very serious. And my point here is that these people, the Robert De Niros, the Jim Carreys, the Leonardo DiCaprios, when they're coming out, and you better believe they're putting their lives on the fucking line by saying the things they're saying, standing for, you know, something. You know, most people are just cowards and they're just going to hide away and keep their mouth shut and probably get a nice little chunk of change in order for their, in return for their silence. Or maybe they're just afraid, you know. In that movie, I think it was Cowspiracy, they talk about how many thousands of people have been silenced just to keep their mouth shut, you know, for the, you know, by the cattle industry. You know, it's very serious. A lot of it, you know, down in Brazil, and if you watch that movie, there's a nun that was openly speaking out about the cattle industry. And, you know, who should really be afraid is everybody, including the people that are silencing these people, because what do they want? Money. That's why they're silencing people, so they can continue to raise their cattle. But you know, I can almost guarantee all those people have families. They're raising cattle, so that speaks to the character. They like to raise things. They like to see things grow. They probably have children. But what they're failing to realize is, if they got children, don't they want to leave the earth, you know, in good shape for their children, their children's children, and their children's children's children? I mean, come on, you know, because what they do today will affect them. I spoke about this yesterday. You know, go watch the Ferngullies and the Lorax movie. You know, if there's no trees because they keep cutting the shit down, I think, I don't know, I seen online some rhino just went extinct because we just keep fucking killing everything. You know, the rainforests, the droughts are caused by all this water that is used, you know, on the cattle. But I gotta say, I think we should respect and salute all of these super famous people that are standing up for what they believe in. Because believe it or not, much like our military, they're putting their lives, you better fucking believe, they're putting their whole livelihood, their careers, their lives on the line, just so they can get the word out, let everybody know, you know, their point of view. And here in America, we are so blessed to have the freedom of speech. I mean, everybody should do what's right at the end of the day for the world, for one another, because we're all one. All of us. Like I was saying yesterday, white people, black people, brown people, aliens, I don't fucking know, all of us. We're all one in the whole universe, you know, including animals. You know, I always, because I've always wanted to go and give up eating meat and be a vegetarian. And it's so funny, you know, you see a lot of people, they post these pictures about animal rights or dog abuse, you know, like you see dogs being hung, and it's some graphic shit. And it's like, it's coming through my fucking feed, you know, bringing me down, you know, fucking my day up, giving me negative vibes. And at the end of the day, I just wanted to just ask one question. Do you eat meat? Because if you eat meat, how can you turn around and say, well, this is wrong, but this is okay? Especially when the animals you're killing over here, like the cattle and shit, the gases that come from them, all their shit, all the water it takes to feed them, the resources we have to cut down, which we need, because when you cut down the trees, that's the oxygen. That's the number one thing you need. Seriously. Stop breathing. See how long you live for. And then all the water. Without water, are you going to live long? No, because you can go without eating. As long as you get your nourishment. You could literally live on vitamins. I mean, go watch the movie Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. He went 2 months. No food. He just juiced vegetables, fruits, and all that shit. No food. He did not eat for 2 months. I've seen this one doctor, I forget how to pronounce his name, but he went 90 days. He was going for 90 days without eating. No food, you know. And, you know, as long as you get your nourishment on a cellular level, you don't actually need food. So, I mean, I'm not giving up fucking food. Fuck that. That shit's crazy. But no, I seriously think we need to stand up and we need to respect these stars because they have the spotlight where our military doesn't. And if you have to ask me, these are the type of people that at the end of the day, when the shit is fucking crumbling, will get us out. Will help the you and me's, the little people. Because our military already know how to survive. They already know how to get in and get out. They've seen the bullshit and they know who to stay the fuck away from. These are the people we are relying on. But they don't have the light. They don't have the spotlight like these famous people do. The Jim Carreys and the Robert De Niro's, the Leonardo DiCaprio's. I mean, Leo straight up walked on the stage while fucking live cameras are recording his ass to, beaming that shit around the world, all over the internet. And he starts, talking about some real shit, That's some gangster shit right there, man. I mean, those are the people that should be the real role models, That's somebody you want to shake their hand and say thank you. And that's the type of respect that we should be giving them as well as our military. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't know if our government really cares about us. I think they care about the money that they're probably getting from the bankers. I don't know really what's going on there. But like I said in my last video, the money won't mean shit if there's no life left on this planet. And if we keep using up all our resources for food that isn't, you're not, I mean, even in the movie, watch Cowspiracy, even the dairy guy's like, there's no way we're going to be able to continue this on. Thank God that there's the almond milks and the fucking, because this isn't a sustainable, commodity. We're not going to be able to live off this. And then you still got starving children and, here in America too, everywhere around the world. It's sad, to think that money runs everything. But at the end of the day, when the last drop of water's sucked up, the oxygen isn't breathable, is your paper money going to save you? Is your paper money going to give you oxygen? Is your paper money going to give you water? No. Nor will your children or your children's children. We're all going to suffer. We're all going to be in the same boat. I mean, this is some heavy shit. I'm actually, I guess it's a spiritual awakening I'm going through. I don't know. But like how I was talking about the actors here, as a musician, I believe real musicians anyways, not the kind that want to sell drugs and talk about boats and hoes and bitches and shit. I think people like musicians and these actors that they want to stand up and they really want to speak on some for real shit. Those are the people that should be, highly respected. So that's just my opinion. Maybe you share my opinion, maybe you don't. I don't know. But all I know is I'm feeling great, eating good, breathing in that fresh oxygen, living life to the fullest, and knowing that I'm not going to leave, a heavy footprint on this earth for everyone else and our children. That's the type of consciousness that I want to have. I want to have clear consciousness. I don't want to have any guilt-ridden shit, because I believe, like I said, we're all one, we're all here, and life is a journey, and we're all works in progress. I believe that every day is another day to learn something new. My whole life, I used to be a fat ass. I used to eat big ass. I used to go to Burger King and murder 2 fucking double Whoppers with cheese and bacon, large fry, and a giant ass Coke, maybe a couple fucking Hershey Sundae pies. I also had a little bit of a pop problem too back then. But that's neither here nor there. Anywho, so definitely, if you got time, my kids are actually getting off the school bus right now. So I'm going to have to get out of here. But check out these movies, man. The Cowspiracy. Definitely the Cowspiracy. If you don't watch anything else, Cowspiracy. Not conspiracy, Cowspiracy. There's a giant cow on the front of it. Can't miss it. Netflix. It's on Netflix right now. Holy shit. And if you got time, check out Ethos. Ethos is another great one. And if you're really getting into it and you want to go the full 9, check out some more, great movies like Forks Over Knives. You know, all these other great movies are on Netflix. You know, once you start watching them, they start popping up in your, well, because you watched this feed. So enjoy it, you know. So I'm about to get out of here. I had to go feed my kids some din din, probably something healthy. They're not going to be a big fan of it, but they're going to have to, you know, because they got to get your nourishment. You know, that's definitely when you got to get your nourishment is for the youth, man. When they're growing up, they need that. It's so vital, you know, for the brain and their development. So, but everybody, I'm going to head out. Peace, love, stay healthy, enjoy your weekend, and do something positive for Earth Day. You know, even if it's something small, you know, work in progress.
Here's to the day you die, all these thoughts of pride. Freedom comes from the price of one selfish soldier who's never done. Protect and serve, he'll do it like anyone else gets on. A voice in the mind of a man with a plan who can overcome all upon any land at any time. They back and go. The warriors always standing tall till the end, till the end, till the end. You'll fight 110% all day, every night.